Imagination being your greatest financial asset means your imagination is literally responsible for your wealth. That's how we're going to think about it. Because if you think about it, if we want to go down deep, and we're going to go deep right away, we're not going to circle it because I said it's philosophical. So let's just focus on the concept of it all first. Okay. So if you really think about it, there's nothing you do that you didn't think about. I know often we ask teenagers, why did you do that? And they're like, I don't know. It's not actually true. They're not lying. It's just our brain is processing 60,000 thoughts a day. And if you're not aware of that scenario happening inside your brain, you can't catch them all. I mean, really, we can't actually catch all 60,000 thoughts. It's impossible. But, and then also a lot of those thoughts are like repetitive thoughts. So really trying to track every single one of them. But every single one of those thoughts is creating an emotion that drives us to take actions, multiple actions or one action. Either way, we do what we do because of how we think, how we feel. So our imagination is just the ability for our brain to think and venture out into the wild universe that's inside of our brain. And so it's constantly creating thoughts. And a lot of us are limited in our imagination because of the environment we grew up in, because of who we surround ourselves with, because of our belief systems. But what we create, the material world we live in, is a product of imagination. That's as philosophical as it gets, which is the reason why we need to talk about this. Because if you ignore that fact that your imagination is responsible for your wealth, for your life, for your material life, then you are just creating an existence randomly. And generally, that creates no precise results. And even when you have results that you do like, you can't duplicate them. You don't know how you created them. Just like when we ask a teenager, why did you do that? I don't know. If you don't know why you did something, how could you explain it? How could you replicate it if it was a good thing? How could you even stop doing it if it wasn't a thing that you liked? You have no control. So it's really important to understand where your material life comes from. And this is something I work with my clients. Often, women make really good decisions sometimes. Yet, if you don't have a process on how you made that decision that worked out, then it was a fluke. And if it was a fluke, you can't repeat it, right? And so we find a lot of women that have created a successful life, yet they're not proud of it and they're not confident in it because deep down they recognize, I don't know how I did it. It kind of just happened, which is really dangerous. And so it's important to think about, where does my success come from? It comes from your thoughts, from your imagination, my friend. You did that. Take that credit. Okay. And also any other person that supported you, but it started in your imagination.